Patients from My 600-Pound Life generally point to a specific trauma as the reason for their disordered eating, and those who put in the time and effort to process and understand their relationship with food, and then endeavor to break free, are the most successful ones. So, in today's video, we'll have a look at some of the patients who have shockingly overcome their food addiction. So, let's roll. Margaret Johnson.
Get over this. I feel sorry for Margaret.
Mom, shut the hell
I'm
up.
not.
Margaret Johnson, who started out weighing over 700 pounds, her weight gain began as a child, as her father weighed about 1,000 pounds when she was small.
My dad was 1,000 pounds.
And he was so selfish that he let all of his children starve to death. As a result, she was forced to get up at midnight to steal food from her own home. Margaret's body needed more and more, eventually causing her to gain weight. She weighed more than 100 pounds at the age of 6. Her weight has been steadily increasing each year, and she saw its harmful influence on her body.
Except mine was healthier. And it worked. I started to lose weight.
She had been confined to either her bed or forced to use a wheelchair, and her heavy weight was hampering her quality of life.
Push, 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 push.
It'll be worth it. Is this not what we wanted for 7 years?
Her episode began with her being admitted to the hospital when she was unable to breathe, and her family and doctors were concerned that she had suffered a heart attack. Dr. Now put her on a very strict eating plan after she was treated for the illness.
I'm still not sure she has any intention to get the help she needs to do that.
Margaret succeeded in putting down around 200 pounds. We saw that she was making progress towards her goal of being eligible for gastric bypass surgery.
We have her weight down to 516, reduce the stomach by 90%.
Christina Phillips.
I'm too young to be living like this. I hate having to have my mom and Zach take care of me.
Christina Phillips of Season 2 is such an inspiring story, as she now looks totally unrecognizable.
I've lost a lot of weight in the last year, mostly because I'm really careful about what I eat.
In the beginning of the show, her peak weight was around 708 pounds, even though she was only 22 years old.
I'm always home. Rarely do I get out. I'm usually watching TV or on the computer or play video games.
She had been bedridden for 2 years and hadn't left her home since. She had become fully reliant on her mother and husband, Zach.
If she wants something, I go get it. Because I love her and she asked me to.
Zach and I have our own apartment. I live close to my mother. She helps out a lot.
Who appeared to enjoy having his wife depend on him. Despite how difficult it was, she was determined to change, knowing that if she didn't, her life would be at risk.
I fear that I'll just keep getting bigger until I do die, or my heart stops. I'm ready to change. I'm ready to change it all.
Before undergoing gastric bypass surgery, Christina was advised to lose weight on her own. She followed Dr. Now's strict diet and lost 267 pounds. She did, however, divorce her husband, Zach, who was unable to handle her newfound confidence and independence.
And it's been a year since I finalized the divorce with my ex-husband. Our relationship centered on him enabling me.
Despite her disappointment, Christina remained on her path and finally got her surgery.
How many nibblers does everybody want?
But now I can focus more on getting healthy.
Julian Valentine.
He makes whatever he wants, and that's what we eat.
Julian Valentine had a difficult upbringing, which contributed to his massive weight gain.
My life has been seriously impacted because of how high my weight is now.
He stated on the show that their family was always in need. Julian ate a lot whenever he could because he didn't know when he'd have another meal.
I wait until around 12 o'clock to eat lunch, and then I'll snack until dinner.
When weighed in Dr. Now's clinic, his total weight was a staggering 830 pounds.
I was scared that I was close to 800, and now I find out I'm over that amount.
Julian was immediately placed on a personalized weight loss program by Dr. Now.
You're killing yourself with food for a while now, and you still haven't stopped overeating.
But after the first 2 months, Julian had lost very little weight. This setback motivated him to work harder, and he lost 136 pounds in 3 months. Dr. Now then asked that he should relocate to Houston in order to prepare for surgery.
But you're eating habit, and if you gain weight, then we're not going to move ahead with weight loss surgery with you.
Okay.
When he got to his weighing again, it was revealed that he had gained back most of his lost weight. However, this time, his wife decided to join in on his dieting plan.
Do you want me to cut them my way or your way?
You can cut them your way.
It's really good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes.
And within 2 months, Julian managed to lose the weight he needed. Dr. Now then greenlit him for the surgery, which fortunately turned out to be successful. The episode ended on a beautiful note as Julian is shown out on a date with his wife after years and is even able to drive on his own. And Jeanette Whaley.
Just trying to get out of bed in the morning is excruciatingly painful.
Anne had battled food addiction for the majority of her life. She said that her weight problems began after she lost her addictive mother, who died of an overdose.
So Child Protective Services started an investigation into our family. And we basically had to flee the state so they didn't take us away.
When Whaley was 9 years old, a campaign to send her to fat camp was launched. She was humiliated and mortified to be seen in public. She quickly knew she'd have to fight to get her life back on track. Despite her willingness to make severe changes, she struggled to break free from her food addiction. As a result, it's hardly unexpected that when she went to see Dr. Now, she weighed around 679 pounds.
Don't play games with me and pretend you're confused and you don't know.
She was motivated to get better and stick to the doctor's strict diet and restricted food availability. She was approved for surgery after losing 274 pounds. Despite having to deal with a difficult breakup, she never deviated from her path and shocked the viewers with her hard work. Sarah Neely.
My knees hurt, my back hurts, my ankles sting, even my shoulders hurt.
If you gain weight, your surgery will be off.
There are just as many horror stories as fairy tales in my 600-pound life, but Sarah Neely was a weird mix of both. Sarah was only 24 years old when her journey began, weighing 642 pounds, and she required assistance with almost everything in her life. She was even suffering from a cellulitis infection and was finding it difficult to wash or move her body.
My mom has to help me with everything. About a year ago, it got to the point I couldn't shower by myself. I had to have somebody there doing it for me.
But when she went to meet with Dr. Now, she found his plan incredibly difficult to adhere to. However, on her follow-up episodes, she progressively met her goals and qualified for surgery, resulting in a weight loss of more than 300 pounds. Sarah weighed 197 pounds at the time, which resulted in a drastic change in her lifestyle. However, after leaving the show, she had a miscarriage and then went to rehab for her addiction issues, where she sobered up and got engaged to her partner, Jonah Carpenter. She gave birth to their first child later that year. Sarah now uses her social media profiles to urge others who may be battling with similar difficulties to seek assistance and follow in her footsteps. Before we go on to the last contestants who shocked the viewers on our list, we'd love to hear your thoughts on today's video, as well as if you have any other favorite shows that you'd like to see on our channel. Milla Clark.
Every single day of my life is miserable.
When we first met her in 2016, Milla was around 750 pounds. She was completely bedbound and dependent on her children for care. She had been this way for 13 years.
Every morning the kids get up before sunrise to come in here and bathe me because I can't do it myself.
Her strained relationship with food was influenced by her rough childhood. She said that as a child, she was forced to eat whatever meal her mother served.
But I don't even know how to stop eating.
Her mother practically suffocated her and her brothers. Aside from that, she considered her mother's food as comforting and desired nothing more than to eat more and more. Her destructive behaviors continued until adulthood, eventually becoming a problem for her. Clark was motivated to hang on to her own health after her husband died 2 months into filming for the show. She really shed the requisite 600 pounds, earning her the show's all-time largest loser. She's lost the equivalent, approximately 3 to 4 individuals, off of her body. Clark had many more operations to remove the excess skin left behind as she slimmed down after losing enough weight on the show to qualify for weight loss surgery. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.